Namaste, everybody. We are in the 23rd part of the Mahabharata series, in which we are going to discuss about the second nimitta told by Karna and the funniest explanations given by the researchers for that nimitta. The nimitta is very simple and easily understood. It says Kritva cha Angarako Vakram Jyeshtha Madhusudana. It talks about the Vakra movement of Angaraka, which is Mars, from Jyeshtha. Okay, in Jyeshtha Nakshatra is a Vrishchiga Rasi. And what happened, he says, from Jyeshtha it went to Anuradha. See, the lineup of the stars are Anuradha, Jyeshtha, and Mola. That's how the forward movement will be there. Now, near Jyeshtha, Mars was placed. It is going backward to Anuradha, but it causes bhaya. Why it causes bhayam to him, to the people, slaughter of the people? Because it is anomalous. Why? The Mars cannot regress in a sign where the sun is also placed. See, this was told by Karna, in Kartika month. Kartika means the sun is in Scorpio. The Mars is also in Scorpio. It cannot regress. So this is a Ganesha moment. So this was told on the day, a few days, fifth day after the comet stood in the Pushya. So this is something has happened around the time of that comet that's seen here. Let me show you the picture here. This is the picture of the Scorpio, and the sun was present in that. That is, the sun has risen in that and then set in that. And in the same constellation, Mars was also there according to our simulation. That the Venus was also seen according to our simulation. As per the simulation in the astrological simulator, I have shown this. So it cannot move from Jyeshtha to Anuradha. This is backward movement because the sun is also present there. Where sun is, it cannot be moving. But it had moved. That's what he says. That means there is an unnatural rightward swing. This is towards right. I have mentioned this specifically because this we will be seeing in other nimittas also, and we will be discussing later. So let us see. This is the Ganesha moment. Let us just know the science behind it. Why the planet Mars cannot regress in the sign where the sun is placed. See, the retrogression will be seen only in this condition. When the Earth, this is the Earth's path. This is Moon's path. The red one is the Moon. Mars. When the Earth is placed in between the Sun and the Mars, we will be seeing the Sun in the daytime. At night time, we can see Mars. So what happens? We are in the inner circle. We are also moving. And the Mars also is moving. It is like a car race where there are different lanes turning. The innermost one will go faster, the car that is going there. The outermost one, which may be coming ahead of it, will be lagging behind for some time when it is turning. So in a curve, when it is turning, we are lagging and then Mars is leading. But at one point, we will be leading and the Mars will be lagging because it is in the other outer ring. That is why it is seen as going backward. So this can happen only when Mars is on opposite side of the sun. Suppose Mars is on this side, we will be seeing, we cannot see Mars because it is on the side of the sun. But in that particular verse, he was able to see because it had a vantage point. Like after sunset, it was seen, that's all. But it cannot retrograde. So this is the science behind it. But it had gone into retrogression. That's what Karna says. So what do the other researchers talk about it? 3067 researchers. This is Mr. Achar's. Initially, he wrote that it did regress. Then I pointed out some 15 years ago or so. There is a blog also in my blog spot that it cannot happen. It cannot regress. Then he changed his stance, but said probably it regressed several months ago. And Karna was mentioning about something which had taken place earlier. Why should he say so? Does the verse say so? The verse is so simple to understand. Even if you are making a word by word meaning of it, it doesn't say that it happened earlier. You would have mentioned Purve, because there are other verses in Mahabharata which talks about some planetary have a position in the earlier period. Here, no such mention is there. Then how can he assume? And all other, or he says perhaps it is a poetic pun on the failed mission because Anuradha is for Maitra, friendship. It is going backward to Maitra. Anuradha means a poetic fun. And this is Dr. Manish Pandit's version, who follows Dr. Achar in everything. He also said few months before it should have happened. See, normally he used to say, wow, I have got all the planetary positions correctly, just minutely. But why he is silent on this? See, he says, The retrogression of Mars must occur a few months before the mission of peace to be considered as valid. Otherwise, they could have easily told this is an interpolation or invalid, some wrong statement, but they are not able to say because other ones they are saying it is exact, it's correct. So how why they have to reject this? If they reject, people will ask, see on what basis we and the verse doesn't say anything about it. So to consider it as a valid verse, you have to assume that it happened many months before. And this is 3162 author, Mr. Vedvi Raria, who was given he was talked about it 3 times, but every time he is talking about going from Anuradha to Jyeshtha, which is forward movement. Again, Anuradha to Jyeshtha, forward movement. He gives all unnecessary and then extra information for so many other things, which are whether they are relevant to Mahabharata dating or not, he used to give. But a crucial verse here, which is anomalous, which needs explanation, he is silent. But he says it approached Jyeshtha from Anuradha. That's a forward movement. Whereas it should have been Jyeshtha to Anuradha. That's what Karna says. He ignored it. Why they didn't talk about to the public? They talk about the other ones where they are very comfortable. But this particular verse, have you ever heard about this verse explained by these scholars? They have never done because they don't know how to solve it. So they are giving some funny explanation. The funniest of all has been given by 5561 BCE author, that is Minister Nilesh Vok. According to him, vakri and retrogression are different terms. Vakri means crossing the ecliptic, oblique crossing of the ecliptic by the planet. And for this, he said he has claimed that he will become like a Kepler. And then he even said the crossing of the ecliptic again on the other side of the ecliptic near Anuradha. So that is what is being mentioned. So Vakri he has explained crossing the ecliptic. That's all. For retrogression, he said, I will discover someday and then I will say it at that time. He has written so in his book. So all of them made Mars move from Anuradha to Jyeshtha, but ignored Karna's version of an impossible movement from Jyeshtha to Anuradha. So the important verse has been ignored by them all, but none of the viewers are aware of it. Please, at least now you come to know what they have told, or ask them why they have not explained it. Where does the verse say that it happened long ago? No. And with this, we are coming to the end of the part 33. And in the next part, you will see the third nimitta. And then before leaving, I'm asking you to share this with your friends widely.